I gotta take advantage of this moment. And then they, friends come, and if you're like, I have a 5-minute rule. I can't be, after I take the first photo, I can't be there for more than 5 minutes because they always post it on their stories. And then all their friends always come to the place. And within 5 minutes, now there's like 20 other people coming here, and it just gets so much crazier. So like you have random things like that. And then when you walk out of a store, you always have to look back and be like, yeah, it was nice meeting you. You don't have to follow me to my car. Okay, take care. It's like, but you don't have to do that when you have 10 million subscribers. You just don't, And so it gets like crazy. And then you get to that point and you're like, okay, this is about as crazy as it's gonna get, and that's like probably me 2 years ago. And then now here we are with like 400 million followers across everything. And like, I don't know, probably last month we gained like 20, 30 million alone. So it's like, it's still growing massively. And it just gets even crazier. People come to your house all the time. The rate of people following me home, or like, one thing I just don't even understand it, that was wild, was when we were going to Antarctica. And also, I hate that. So far, this podcast has been me complaining. I love you guys. You guys gave me everything. So I'm very grateful. I love my fans. So don't take this the wrong way. This is just more an interesting thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently, not me saying you guys suck. Because this is also like 0.0001% of people. 99% of people I meet, super chill. Just ask for a photo and it's cool. But we went to Antarctica, and on the way, we went to Chile, and we stopped there for like 5 days. And I was, in the airport, I was wearing my hoodie, sunglasses, just staring at the floor. I was like, if I don't take any photos, I'll just go straight to the hotel room. No one will know I'm here. And somehow this one like little kid recognized me. And I was like, no photo, please, please. And he's like, photo, because they speak Spanish. And I was like, I didn't know how to tell him no, and I didn't want to be mean. So I took it, and that was it. And I got in and out of the airport with only one photo, staring at the ground with my hood up. And then like in the hotel room, someone sent me an article that was literally written because that kid posted on social media, and then the local news picked up, oh, Mr. Beast is in town. So tiny town in Chile, not much happens there. And then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, what hotel is he staying at? And then people figure out that we're at that hotel. Yeah. And now there's like 200 people outside this hotel running up and down the hallways, like knocking on doors, trying to figure out which room's me and Carl. And we also had like the dream team there as well, which made it even bigger. And they're like, where are they at? And they're like, I was talking to the manager of the hotel. It's like, why don't just have your security like control things? And he's like, we do. And so I had to hire security to like help lock down this hotel because there's so many people. And then there's like people trying to camp outside the hotel, and we're like, this is not a meet and greet. Like, I'm just here while I wait for my flight to Antarctica. And it's like that, it's like one of those moments where then now people know, well, eventually he has to leave, and there's one airport. So there's just a sea of people waiting at the airport when you go there. And then it's like, at some point I have to wait in a line at the airport. And then it just gets even crazier because then the TSA people are like, oh, this guy's famous. Let's get him through the line because there's just a mob of people. And then they're like, but we'll do that if you come take a picture with our kids. And so it's like, I'll help you skip these pictures if you take these pictures. And it's like all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, everybody, I'm just trying to board that plane. Like, let's but none of them, because we dub our videos now, and we get like 10 to 20 million views in the first month, and just Spanish on our videos. So we have a massive Spanish audience. And so like none of these people speak English. So I'm like really struggling too, because I'm like, hey guys, I'm a little uncomfortable. There's a lot of people around me, but they don't have any idea what I'm saying. And they're just like, photo. And so, anyways, you get experiences like that where you're like, you seriously question, like, is this actually worth it? Like, because obviously it just makes traveling and everything infinitely more stressful. And
and it's interesting because when you're sitting here, like we were with you in an edit session last night, like you're crafting the videos to get as big as possible. So it's almost like both things are happening at once, right? Like the bigger the videos get, which you just literally, the yacht video was what? The
second most viewed YouTube video, non-music, and YouTube history in 24 hours. So the most viewed video in 24 hours is when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I think that got 48.2 million views in a 24-hour period. Before that, it was our Squid Game video, but now our Squid Game video is number 2. Then we just uploaded a video that beat Squid Games, but barely lost by like 500K views to the Chris Rock video.
I mean, that's crazy, right? So you're at this moment where you're reaching the most amount of people. So that,
literally, like, the most you could ever fathom.
It's going to continue.
If you were to get a 1 out of 10 on your channel in the YouTube studio right now.
The only way this is like a crazy sentence, but the only way my next video that I uploaded is a actual 1 out of 10 is if it is the most viewed video in YouTube history in a 24-hour period, because my last video was the second most viewed video in YouTube history in a 24-hour period. And so I'm like talking to my team because they, they obviously care what the video is out of 10. Every creator does. And I'm like, hey team, I think on this one, it's okay if we get like a 4 out of 10, a 5 out of 10. I think we can understand. And they're like, no, we want 1 out of 10. I'm like, guys, let's just be realistic here. And that's like the conversation I'm having to have with my team earlier today. It was funny.
I would say another thing that I feel being here in the last 24 hours is and even just talking to you over the last couple of weeks, is like an immense sense of focus. Mm-hmm. And like I feel like the main channel is like you've put a sense of focus on it that is like showing up in how it's performing.
Yeah.
Right? Does it feel like that to you, or does it feel like similar, I guess, to how you've treated it in the past?
Well, there definitely was a period in my life where I was focusing a lot on gaming channel and stuff like that. For the last 14 years, the main channel has always been my focus. Just sometimes I put a little time here and there, but right now it's really 3 things that my entire world revolves around. I work out every day, I work on main channel videos, and I work on Feastables. It's just those 3 things. Yeah. I wake up, I do that, and then when I'm done, I go to bed. And I just do that every day.
Yeah. I can feel that focus. I mean, you also, we worked out together this morning.
That was fun.
You're really strong, dude.
We're getting there.
You were...
We're on day 300
I was like,
of
oh my
working out
God.
every day. Actually, today was 310. So me and Eric, another YouTuber, we signed a contract where we'd work out every day, and if we didn't, we'd get a tattoo of each other. Yeah. And you're okay to have a day off if it's actual part of your program, so occasionally have rest days. But for, the most part, the last 310 days, me and him have worked out every single day, and we've held each other accountable, and it's been awesome. Because I was just so laser focused on the channel and I just realized one day, I was like, I have not been working out or taking care of myself or anything. And then I called Eric and I was like, this is a problem. Yeah. Let's do this. And he felt kind of the same way. Although I was really fat. He was just whatever, a little chubby. Yeah. And so that was almost a year ago, and we've worked out every day since. Yeah. And Eric is looking yoked.
Yeah, he's
You
jacked.
can throw a photo of him up.
Yeah.
Because he was already pretty lean,
and
so he was just stacking muscle. Up to this point, I've just been losing fat, so it's a lot harder to just put on muscle when you're losing fat, but it's been fun.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It was being in the gym this morning was awesome.
Exactly.
You built a really cool compound here.
Thank you. Well, and my little thing on that before we move on, it's all you have to do really is just work out for 3 months really consistently, and then it'll just become part of your lifestyle. I couldn't fathom a year ago, how am I ever going to do this religiously, because we just have so much stuff going on, but now it's just truly a habit.
And does it help you? Do you feel tangibly different? Even mentally, or not really noticing?
No, I mean, right now in the short term, I'd probably upload more and get more done if I didn't work out, to be honest. I mean, it's an hour and a half every day, and then the food, and I do 15,000 steps a day. So it's all that is very freaking time consuming. But I think in the long run, yes, it'll pay off.
You feel less stressed because of it?
No, I feel more stressed. I mean, I just have less time to work on the main channel. It eats up at least between the steps and that, at least well, the steps, I take phone calls while I do it, but at least 2 hours of my day that previous to 310 days ago used to go to the main channel does it, which that's a good chunk of time.
What do you think makes your job stressful? What's the thing that if you could solve one problem?
I mean, it's a lot. It's, the thing is, all our videos are different. So it's if I had to do something like Survivor, or not Survivor, just pick almost any show, Hell's Kitchen or anything that still airs. There are formats that are just the same thing over and over again, and you do 10 seasons of that, and after 50 episodes, you just got it down.